Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. Well, today is the 15th of February. The contest for my channel has now ended. It closed on the 14th of February, and this video is in two parts basically. It's my Q&A for the questions that I got part of the contest, and I'm also going to be doing the contest draw as well for the winner of the contest. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'll answer somebody's question and then I'll draw a name out. I've got everybody's name in there. Okay, so I shall take the lid off, put the contest entries in there, and everybody who entered has got 2 tickets in there, because you got a ticket for doing the video and you got a ticket for asking me a question. So thank you very much for everybody that entered the contest. I really enjoyed watching all your videos, and thank you so much for your questions. I like a good Q&A, so I've got some good questions to get through as well. So I shall pull a name out, and the one remaining name left in the tub is the winner at the end, and in between all that I'll answer some questions as well. So I hope that makes sense, and then at the end of this video I'll remind you what you're going to win and how to get in touch, so that I can send you your prizes. So thank you very much everybody for all your support for the channel. It's been a brilliant 12 months. The channel's really grown, and it's had a good start to 2019 as well. So we're well on the way to 2,000 subscribers, so let's get on. So I'll start by pulling a name out of here. So don't forget you've all got 2 entries. So this is the first one. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. That's Tom H. It's quite bright. You might just be able to see that. Tom H. Thank you very much for your entry, Tom, one of my new subscribers who found me through Blu-ray Ben. You've got another entry in the tub, Tom, so don't worry just yet. And the first question is actually your question, Tom, so I'll answer that one now. So Tom asked, do I think the Predator franchise is dead, and are they pushing old ideas too far? Sadly, I do think in its current form, I do think the Predator franchise is dead. I didn't hate the last Predator film, the Shane Black one, but there's no denying it was a huge disappointment. And I don't understand where this franchise is going to go now. I think the only way back for this franchise, if I'm honest, is if they bring Arnie back, or completely reboot it back to the start maybe. I think you're right, Tom. They've been pushing the old ideas too far, or maybe not even sticking to the old ideas. They've overcomplicated the franchise now, and it's a bit of a muddled mess. So I do agree that in its current form, I do think the Predator franchise is dead, unfortunately. I think it needs someone like James Cameron or somebody, some huge big director, to grab hold of it, write it and direct it, and give it the film that it deserves, because they've all been poor compared to the first one, I think it's fair to say. So thank you for your question, Tom. Right, let me pull another name out, and I hope it's not you again, Tom. Now, second name, God, that is really bright, is Lisa Loves. So thank you for your video entry, Lisa, and you've got another one in there as well, so don't worry. So your question, Lisa, let me find your question, was, has there ever been a movie that was too much or had to switch off as I found it too difficult to watch? Really good question, Lisa. Now then, the best ones, I've come up with 3 films. Now I've never not been able to finish watching a movie, not that I can remember, but there's the one film that I watched that almost made me physically sick was The Human Centipede. It is a disgusting, awful movie, and I regretted watching it. I will never watch it again, and I will never watch any of the sequels. I think it's an appalling film, and I don't know how it was allowed to be made, if I'm honest. So The Human Centipede I really disliked. Vile film. The Mist is a film that I actually really enjoyed, but that ending was so upsetting to me, I don't think I could watch it again. And I think when I first saw that film, that ending, and I won't spoil the ending if you haven't seen it, my son was of a similar age, so it quite upset me, that ending, so I don't think I could watch The Mist again. And that awful film of last year, Robin Hood, You couldn't pay me money to watch that film again. It was an absolutely appalling film. So 3 films there for different reasons that I could never ever watch again, I don't think. Definitely Human Centipede, awful film. So thank you very much for your question, Lisa. Get another name out of here. I'll go for this one. We have, if you can see that, Adam Paul Beaumont. Another one of my new subscribers from Australia. Thank you for your entry, Adam, and your question. And your question was, in my opinion, why do I think movies based on video games rarely work? Right, I think that's a really, really good question. I think the simple answer for that is, I think the people that make these films based on video games don't respect the medium that they come from. And what I mean by that is, a really good video game, I'm talking about games like The Last of Us, Red Dead Redemption 2, really, really brilliant, and Witcher 3, games with fantastic stories that are spread over something like 60-hour campaigns sometimes. Like I think The Last of Us is something like 20 hours, something like that. But they spread it over a long period, so you've got time to really, really get immersed into this world and get to know these characters well. It's almost like when you read a novel, you know, sometimes they're better than movies because they're allowed you to get immersed into the story and the characters. And the video game is very much the same. And I don't think the people that make these video game movies respect the medium, the video game medium, and they fire out these hour-and-a-half movies that are just made for teens. I don't think they realise that I'm 46, I play video games, I love video games, there's some brilliant ones out there, but not all teenagers that play Call of Duty. So I don't think they respect the audience of people who play video games. I don't think they respect the medium, which is why I think the majority of video games that got made into movies fail. But hopefully, fingers crossed, they do get it right. I'm hoping they do an Uncharted video game film, and that hopefully will be very, very good. So thanks for your question, Adam. Let's get another one pulled out of here. We have here Blu-ray Ben. Thank you very much, Ben, for your video entry. And your question, Blu-ray Ben, was, if I had to pick one actress and one actor to star in a film together, who would it be and what genre of film would I want them to star in? This was actually quite a difficult question, and the best answer I can come up with is one of my favourite actors at the minute, and I just think he's so charismatic on screen, is Chris Pratt. I do think he's a really, really charismatic actor, and he's one of my favourites at the minute. And a couple of years ago, before Harrison Ford announced that he was going to do another Indiana Jones, there was talk of him being cast as Indiana Jones, and I got really excited. I thought he would have been a perfect Indy. So my answer is Chris Pratt in a new Indiana Jones film, and I would choose Margot Robbie to be in that film with him, because she's my favourite actress at the minute. She can sing, she can do anything. She's great in, you know, films like Suicide Squad. She was the highlight of that movie, in the Tarzan film, but she can do costume dramas as well. She's a tremendous actress, and I think her and Chris Pratt on screen together would be magic. So that's what I'm going for, a new Indiana Jones for a film with Chris Pratt and Margot Robbie. So thank you for your question, Ben. So let's have a look. We'll do this one. This is your second one, Adam. Really, really sorry, my friend, you haven't won this time. Thank you very much for entering and for supporting the channel. Right, let's get another name out of here. Oh dear. Lisa. Really, really sorry, Lisa. That's your second entry out and gone. Sorry about that. Right. Your first one, Leo. So we have Geek Legion of Doom. One of his slips has come out at last, and Leo from Geek Legion of Doom had a question, and it was, what are my biggest frustrations with YouTube itself, or that you see from other YouTubers? Well, how long have you got? YouTube is an incredibly frustrating I love it. It's allowed me to do what I want to do, and so for that aspect I really love it. But there are some frustrations. I don't like people doing clickbait. I don't like creators that put on an act, you know, and become these characters. I prefer to see genuine people on screen. I don't like haters who hate for the sake of it. So sometimes people will do reviews for things and might say they're bad even though it might not actually be their opinion. I think they're just following a crowd, and I like people to just be honest, if you like, and not just do rants for the sake of rants. You know, if you don't like it, tell me why you don't like it. Don't rant about it and follow the crowd. Now then, for YouTube itself, it's the good old-fashioned copyright claims, an absolute pain in the arse. They are. I've won a few now, but still quite a few of them you don't get anything back from at all. I don't like the way that YouTube continue to change the goalposts, which is what they did last year. They don't seem to support small content creators at all. In fact, they don't support us at all, judging by all the purging that goes on my channel, and probably yours as well, where you lose subscribers and you lose views. So yeah, those are my frustrations with YouTube, really. But it still allows me to do what I've always wanted to do, and it's given me a platform to talk about movies and things like that. So I still love it. So thanks for the question, Leo. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. There's only 3 left in there. Right, who's it gonna be? Oh, Leo. Sorry mate, you didn't get any out, and then you got 2 out, 1 after each other. Sorry my friend, but thank you very much for entering the contest. So there's 2 left in here. Let's see who we've got. And in second place we have Tom H. Very, very close, Tom. Thank you very much for entering and for watching the content. Better luck next time, but you're getting very, very close this time. And if anybody out there is doing the math and figuring it out, there is one winner here, and it is Blu-ray Ben. Congratulations, Ben, you have won the contest. My very first channel contest. Congratulations to you. I shall remind you what you've won. You have won Stranger Things vinyl collectible, which is the Demogorgon. You have won the Supernatural car, loot box exclusive. You have won the Premium Collection Blu-ray for A Clockwork Orange in the sleeve. The Blu-ray of The Voices, the Ryan Reynolds film. Very, very good film. And 2 DVDs. You have Bone Tomahawk and Night of the Wolf Late Phases. So those will be coming to you. Now then, so if you can either let me know, acknowledge on the video, this video, Ben, that you've won, and I'll give you my email address, or direct message me on Twitter at ScreenStars43. You can do one or the other. Give me a direct message on Twitter, or let me know in the comments of this video, and I'll give you my email address, and then send me your details and I'll send you your prizes. So thank you for entering, everybody. I've just got one set of questions to give out. Marvin's channel, who didn't want to enter the contest, but he gave me some questions. I shall just finish with these ones. Am I excited for Denis Villeneuve's Dune movie? I am stupidly excited for that film. I thought his Blade Runner 2049 was brilliant, so I am really, really excited for that film. Am I excited for The Last of Us 2? Again, massively excited. Have I heard about Rob Zombie's release of his Halloween on Steelbook, and will it be released in the UK? I haven't heard about it, and if any of you guys know if it's going to be released in the UK, please let us know. Am I going to watch Bates Motel? When I get round to it. I do want to watch it. and what are my thoughts on Netflix cancelling the Marvel shows, and do I think Jessica Jones and The Punisher will be next? Well, I don't watch the Netflix Marvel shows. I'm not a fan of superhero shows, the DC ones or the Marvel ones. My son tends to watch the DC ones. But I was certainly surprised that they cancelled Daredevil, because that seemed to be very, very popular. Not so much the others. I know the Iron Fist wasn't as popular. And so I suspect the others probably will go the same way, if I'm honest. And it's probably typical, really. The only time really they've managed to get the Punisher right on screen, so I gather, because I haven't watched it either, this Netflix Punisher show, is probably likely to get cancelled, because they've tried many times to get it right on screen and they've always failed, even though some of them have been reasonably entertainment on as movies. So unfortunately, Marvin, yes, I think they probably will go the same way as the other ones. But you never know, they might be because they're going to turn them or include them into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and, you know, reboot them that way. That would be okay. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for entering. Thank you for your questions. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for all the support that you've given the channel. And I've really enjoyed this contest, and I've enjoyed watching all your videos and answering all your questions. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time on Screen Stars.